meeting. Okay, shall we start? All right then. Happy morning, everybody.
Happy morning.
My name is Vira, and I'll be the acting Sergeant at Arms for tonight's meeting. So there are several rules if you want to join, if you want to participate in this meeting. First of all, be on time. Make sure that when you arrive at the meeting, you arrive either 15 minutes early or at least at the time of the meeting start, like at 7. Identify yourself properly. That's the second rule. Please rename yourself according to the following name format. Like for example, if you're a visiting Toastmaster, you can change it to TTM, your name, and then what you're from. Like for example, TTM Wira. If I visit another Toastmaster and SCBD Toastmaster, that kind of thing. Or if you're a guest, you can change your name to G and then your name. Like for example, G John. Rule number 3, turn on your camera. Make sure that when you're joining the meeting, turn on your camera so we can see your beautiful and handsome faces. Like for example, somebody has a haircut, and we can see that. Oh, you have a nice haircut. Rule number 4, keep your microphone on mute. When you're not speaking, make sure that your microphone is mute at all times. Unless you're speaking, then you can turn on your microphone. And finally, be fully present and have fun. Even though this is a meeting, we are also having fun in said meeting. So without further ado, let us welcome our president, Toastmaster Garda.
Happy morning!
Happy morning.
So I'm sorry to burst your bubble. This is not Toastmaster Garda. Yeah, our president is feeling under the weather at the moment. So I am acting. No, I'm not acting. I'm as the VPE. I will open the meeting. Okay, so with the sound of this tumbler 3 times, the meeting is open. Okay, so
Sorry, Tiandantia.
no problem. All right, so for those of you who new in this club, you must wondering why happy morning. This is not morning. We would like to still get the spirit, the energy and enthusiasm of morning time. So we say happy morning every time in the meeting. Welcome to SCBD Toastmasters Club. I will share some information about Toastmasters in general and our club specifically. Now you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the session. SCBD is a place where you can become a better you, because in this club, we believe that every member can strive for progress. We are part of the Toastmasters International, which is available around the world, and there are almost over 300,000 members reside in 149 countries, and there are more than 15,000 clubs. So it's almost a century-old organization. So you can assure that all the materials given and all the learnings that we are getting from Toastmasters is legit. Now, when you join Toastmaster, you will have a chance to select and enroll to one of these pathways. What is pathways? Is similar to curriculum when you're entering any university or in school. Yes, if you want to enhance your persuasive influence, how to influence someone in a persuasive way, you can enroll a persuasive influence pathway. If you like to get more insight about team collaboration, there is another pathway called team collaboration, and in total there are 11 pathways. And you can select one by one. Our vision is to become a better you. Yeah, this means that we, of course, help our member to strive for progress and excel in their area. And this is the values of SCBDs. We are structured, collaborative, bold, and determined. Now, we used to meet physically before the pandemic in Dream Hub, Equity Tower, SCBD area. But due to the pandemic, we are now meeting online every Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. And we often have or hold educational session where we invite speakers from outside Toastmaster or maybe from the seasonal Toastmaster to share their expertise. We had initially earlier Mr. Chati Basri, the former Indonesian Minister for Finance, and then also there was a time with DTM Tantia sharing her expertise about career in general, and the recent one was Mr. and Stephen Andy or Andy Stephen, I forgot. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's Andy Stephen, and he's the lecturer from Monash University. Now, to get to know more about us, you can visit one of these links. You can either send us an email, SCBD Toastmasters Club @gmail.com, or you can visit our Instagram handle, scbd.toastmaster. And of course, you can chat our lovely VP of membership, Toastmaster Melanie, and you can get the number from the link tree. Okay, and I guess that's all about it. For the next 2 hours, you will be the meeting will be led by an MC, what we call Toastmaster of the meeting. So without further ado, I will give the control to Toastmaster Melanie as the Tom for tonight. Toastmaster Melanie, over to you.
There. Thank you, Toastmaster Dentia. Happy morning, everyone.
Happy morning.
Happy morning.
Happy morning. Okay, but thank you. Happy morning and happy Friday for those who will not have work tomorrow. Yay! Happy for me. Sorry for those who have work tomorrow. Anyway, so I like what Toastmaster Dante said. I will be the Toastmaster of the meeting, and as a Toastmaster of the meeting, I am the MC. I am the host. I have the control in the whole meeting, and I will be assisting you as we go on to the different agenda that we have today. So I'll be sharing my screen. Our theme for today is sending you a virtual hug. And the word of the day is warmth. Later, it will be discussed by some of the by our grammarian. But my question is, when was the last time you were hugged by someone?
Just now.
Just now. Aw.
A couple of hours ago.
Few hours ago. Now,
Never.
Okay. Should we cry? Okay, but thank you. But when was the last time that you hugged someone? It's different, right? That you were the one who hugged that person.
5 years ago.
How many years?
Morning.
Ito sa
5 years ago.
5 years ago. It's been a while. It's been a while, especially if you are living away from your family or you are really strict with the protocol that you cannot touch anyone right now because we are currently in pandemic. But I want to share this one to you, but I hope that the sound is here. Yeah, share the sound. So I'm gonna share with you these kids.
Sama ka, Tiki.
Okay, sorry. I am expat, so I'm working here in Indonesia, and I'm not Indonesian, even though I look like Indonesian. And one of the things that I really miss about my country is how people are so warm in giving their hugs. And I believe that if you know your love language, my love language is actually touch. So I hug people, even though I hug people that I know. Okay. So, and these kids were my students in the Philippines, and I was feeling lonely during my first year, so they sent me this video, and yeah, so it's only virtual, but yeah, I miss them. Anyway, so why is our theme tonight sending a virtual hug? So we have this what we call National Hugging Day. So this is actually celebration, commemoration. What do you call this? Yes, in US and UK, every January 21st, and this was coined by Kevin Zaborne in 1986. So I hope that I read his name properly. Why? Because if you can see, from December we have Christmas, we have New Year, then the next celebration in US or in UK is already Valentine's Day. And Kevin felt a little like maybe some people need some reason to actually give love or at least hug people or show them that they appreciate them. So just to show that appreciation, they have this celebration, and we are also celebrating it in our club. So we have the National Hugging Day. So we'll go through with that one later on. So before anything else, here is the agenda for our meeting tonight. We have three agendas. The first one is prepared speech session, and we have table topic session and general evaluation. Our general evaluation will be led by Toastmaster Sanjung. So Toastmaster Sanjung, can you please explain your role and introduce your team to us?
Thank you, Toastmaster Melanie. Happy morning, my dear fellow Toastmasters and soon-to-be Toastmasters. Fortunately, I have a privilege to serve you as General Evaluator, and my task is to observe about the meeting for tonight. And I would like to write down or not what the meeting throughout the session. What is the good point or and point recommendation? And this is the complicated task, and I need support to help my task. And who are my team? Let me introduce them. Firstly, let me introduce grammarian. May I call upon Toastmaster Bianca to explain about the role. Over to you, Toastmaster Bianca.
Hi everyone. Long time no see. So tonight I'll be your grammarian, and my role tonight is to carefully listen to all your speeches and notice all the grammar errors that you make. And in the end of the meeting, I will give you all reports about every grammar mistakes that you did, and I'll provide the correct way to use the I'll provide the correct way to speak the sentence that you that you made it wrong. Okay, I'll give it back to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bianca, to explain about your role. And my next team is for and word of the day counter. May I call upon Toastmaster Andika to explain about the role. Screen is yours, Toastmaster Andika.
Thank you, GE. Everyone, have you ever had a phone call through WhatsApp and then it says reconnecting? How does it sound? Toot, toot, toot. It's annoying, isn't it? So can you imagine those reconnecting sound is a filler sound. So filler sound like so, and that distracts from your own message. So your call is your message and the reconnecting sound is the filler sound. So it can be annoying. So in Toastmaster meeting, we try and practice to reduce those filler sound. And that is my job tonight, to count whatever or how many filler sounds that speakers do. And then I will share the report to you later in the meeting. And I will also count the words of the day. The word of the day, warmth. So please use the word of the day, warmth, as many as possible. See you tonight at my report, and back to you, G.
Thank you, Toastmaster Andika, to explain about this role, counter, and mention the word of the day that for today meeting. And my next thing is for role timer. May I call upon Toastmaster Sari to explain the role? Over to you, Toastmaster Sari.
Thank you, GE. Happy morning, my fellow Toastmaster and guests. My name is Ari, and tonight I will be the timer. My responsibility is to time and give alert for the prepared speech, table topic speakers, as well as the evaluations. I will alert speakers by using green, yellow, and red background, which denotes specific times remaining. To be eligible to be voted as favorite speaker, speakers need to finish their speech within time allocation. As for tonight, we are going to have 4 categories of speech. Therefore, I will give detailed timing for each category. The first one is icebreaker speech. Should be in 4 to 6 minutes in length. At 4 minutes, I will change my background into green, meaning you are eligible to be voted as favorite speaker. At 5 minutes, the background will change to yellow. At 6 minutes, it will change to red. At this point, speakers need to finish their speech in less than 30 seconds. The second one is prepared speech. Should be in 5 to 7 minutes in length. In 5 minutes, I will change my background into green. At 6 minutes, it will change to yellow. At 7 minutes, it will change to red. At this point, speakers need to wrap up their speech in less than 30 seconds. The third one is table topic speakers. Your time is to no more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will change my background into green. At 1 minute 30 seconds, the background will change to yellow. At 2 minutes, it will change to red. At this point, speakers need to wrap up their speech in less than 30 seconds. The last one, the evaluation, the individual evaluation should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, the background will change to green, meaning you are eligible to be voted as favorite speaker. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, the background will change to yellow. At 3 minutes, it will change to red. At this point, you know what you do. You must finish your speech in less than 30 seconds. In addition, to give more alertness for the speakers, I will also make a raise hand reaction. So I will be on your first page display on Zoom. That's all from me. Good luck for all the speakers, and back to you, Madam GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sari, for the detailed explanation. And my next team is ballot counter. May I call upon Toastmaster Mahar to explain about the role. For you, Toastmaster Mahar.
Thank you, Madam GA. Happy morning, my fellow Toastmaster and guests. My name is Mahar, and tonight will be your ballot counter. As a ballot counter, I will create polls. I'm going to use easy polls and copy the links to the chat box. During each ballot cast, you are going to vote for the best prepared speech speakers, best table topic speakers, and best speech evaluators. Please use your right to vote to encourage the speakers. By the end of the meeting, we will have a Hall of Fame for the most voted speakers. Can't wait to hear your remarkable speech, everyone. Back to you, Madam GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mahar. Okay, everyone, that's all the explanation from me and my team. And happy learning and evaluation is part of learning as well. And I and my team will be back at the end of session of the meeting to deliver our report. And now I give control back to Toastmaster of the meeting to lead the meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanjung. So indeed, in Toastmasters, we are not only speaking here, we're not just only talking here, but we are also practicing our listening skills. And that's what our evaluation team will be doing later on. And I hope that you will be practicing your listening skills as well as our speakers deliver their speeches. So can you please type down in the chat box, what is the word of the day? 3, 2, 1, go. Wrong spelling, wrong. Okay. Very good. You are listening very well. So it's warmth. I would like to give the definition of warmth. It's a noun, the quality, state, or sensation of being warm, moderate, and comfortable heat. It's like when she smells, she brings real warmth to my heart. Yeah. But yes, so let's go now to our agenda. The first agenda for the night is our prepared speech session. There will be three new members who will be delivering their icebreaker speech, followed by Toastmaster Irfan, who will be delivering his level 4 speech. So without further ado, I would like to call the evaluator of our first speaker, Toastmaster Agung, to introduce the first speaker. The screen is yours, Toastmaster Agung.
Thank you, Tom. Am I audible, right?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, great. So, happy morning, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. Tonight, we will witness the first speaker of tonight. She will deliver the icebreaker speech to break the ice with her warm speech tonight. So, the purpose of her project is for her to introduce themselves to the club and learn the basic structure of the public speech. So let us all welcome Toastmaster Adalea, or shorter Toastmaster Leah. With her speech title is "How My Weird Hobby Could Change My Life." How my weird hobby could change my life. Toastmaster Adalea, the screen is yours.
So, what are you doing for your mental outlook during the pandemic? Where are you finding joy? Some of you spending more time with your family using meeting apps or exercising or doing your hobbies, right? And I believe all of us agree that hobby bring a pleasure, and it also over a balance between work and play, preventing the boredom during the quarantines, right? So I would like to ask you guys, what is your hobbies? Some of you may love to swimming, playing football, running, listening to the music, taking a long walk, or just enjoy the warmth of the sun while reading a good book. Me, myself, if I could count it, I have at least 8 hobbies. I love cooking, sewing, jogging, playing tennis, reading books, knitting, crochet, and macrame. So to get it started, I want to talk about my hobbies, macrame, and how it brought joy to my life. Do you know macrame? Have you heard that before? So as you can see on my background, that's one of my macrame, the yellow one. Yeah, so macrame is the crafting technique that used not to create a various textile. Since the art has regained popular in recent years, crafter and artists coming up with an innovative way to make plant hanging and wall hanging. I learned macrame before the pandemics, and thank God I have learned it because I cannot imagine how boring my life will be without any hobbies. So actually, I learned macrame. So sorry. Actually, 4 years ago, I bought a new succulent from my friends. You know, succulents like a cactus, like small ones. Then I look it on the Instagram, the Pinterest, the Etsy, and many more, and how the artists place the succulent on the bedroom or the living room. Then I just recognized that the succulent is mostly being an element in a bohemian style, along with the macrame. The more I observe about succulent and bohemian style, the more I found the diversity of macrame. There are table runners, keys, bags, macrame wall hanging, and many more. So I fell in love with macrame and I really want to make it. Sad to say, I also found myself struggling with the feeling of disquiet and embarrassment. How that is so? Back when I was 10 years old, I actually loved DIY. I mostly repaired my coarse skirt, sewing zipper, made many boxes, and a lot of things. Until one day, one day, I found my favorite umbrella was broken. So my patient won't let me to buy the new one instead of repair it. The umbrella ribs already detached from the canopy, so I have to sew it. And I know it's a little bit mess. I was 10 years old back then, and so what do you expect? It's a quite mess up, but I still satisfied. But then one day, my friend saw the repaired umbrella, and she making fun of me. She said, "Leah, don't be lame." Or in Bahasa, she actually said, "Jangan kayak orang susah," which meant it's really hurt me a lot until I never show my craft or DIY to all my friends. So back to the macrame, I really want to make it. But again, I also have a discourage to show my own craft and show it to the people. But yeah, I still keep making it because crafty have been around on my blood. So I keep making it and post it on the social media, but make it private so only a few friends could recognize it. After practicing a year, I'm making improvements. Remarkably, one of my friends said, "Hey, Leah, how much macrame do you made?" And I said, "Oh, sorry, I don't sell it." But another friends and cousin also asking me the same question repeatedly. And I just, oh, okay, I think that's a good one. And then I learned another crafty such as knitting like this or crochet. Yeah, but again, same thing happened. My friends also told me, "You know what, Leah, why you keep doing crochet? Crochet is the only thing that only grandma could do." But now it's quite different. It couldn't matter less to me. I don't take it personally. I keep practicing and practicing crochet. So you guys can see during the pandemic, all of us getting more stressful, right? Some positive hobby can help us to relax and result give a better mental health and physical health. If I could mention, Canadian doctor William Osler ever said, "No man is really happy or satisfied without hobby." So again, Toastmaster and guests, find your hobbies, pursue your new group project. May your quarantine time be filled with no stresses, but positive, warm, and happiness. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Adalea. So as our tradition here in Toastmasters, let us please unmute your microphone and let's congratulate Toastmaster Leah for delivering her icebreaker speech.
Congratulations! Awesome.
It was indeed awesome, Toastmaster Leah. And this is my first time to read to hear macrame. So I keep on typing, what's the spelling? What's the spelling of macrame? Sorry. So at least thank you for that someone on the chat box who put the spelling of macrame. And yeah, it's a form of textile produced using knotting techniques. And I learned something new today. And for our guests here and other Toastmasters, if you feel like you can relate to whatever our speakers are saying, or you want to agree or disagree or something, you want to react, do that in the chat box. And you may send a private comment or feedback to our speaker. And congratulations again, Toastmaster Leah. So let's proceed to our second speaker. Our second speaker is Toastmaster Paxia, and she will be evaluated by Toastmaster Wira. Toastmaster Wira, the screen is yours to introduce our next speaker.
Thank you, Tom. Hello, everybody. My name is Wira. I was the acting XAA, and now I'll be the evaluator of our second speaker, which is Toastmaster Paxia. She's taking motivational strategies as her pathway, and her speech ranges from 4 to 6 minutes. Speech title, Dancing in the Rain, Toastmaster Paxia. Toastmaster Paxia, Dancing in the Rain. The stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Wira. Happy morning, everyone. My name is Paxia. First, I want to ask you some questions, and probably you can answer one of them. What are you doing in the rain when it rains? Or what do you see in rainy days? Or actually, do you like rainy days? Maybe some of us like to just sleep in the bed and stay in the warm. This is a story about me, someone who danced in the rain. I'll start with my story, which was 3 years ago. So 3 years ago, I entered a job in my first company. Since I joined as a management trainee program, so FYI, management trainee program is a company program that nurture fresh graduate for being the future leader of the company. So at the time, I got the opportunity to learn soft skill training. And I got one training that that makes me believe in it. And the most awesome training that changed my perspective was 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Haven't you heard of this training? Or maybe some of you already read the books. So I don't remember all of 7 things in daily, but I will mention some of them. The first one is be proactive. And second one, begin with the end in mind. And third one, put first thing first. Then think win-win. And seek first understand, synergy, and sharpen the saw. But today, I want to make you learn something that when you learn only one thing, it could make bigger impact to you. So I use it daily which is be proactive. So why should be proactive? Based on Collins Dictionary, proactive actions are intended to cause changes rather than just reacting to change. I could say, instead of focusing on problem, we can choose to enjoy the moment, to cherish and strive at the same time. And similar to this, my boss gave me advice, which is about being proactive. So he told me something like this: at the same age like you, I was only a contract employee, aka outsourced staff. He said to me what he was doing were he was being open-minded, learning like an empty bottle, and pushing himself to be a better person. Even now, he is still that person. And guess what? Within maybe it's a long time, but in 25 years, he's now working as one of division head in my company. His dreams come true. From this story, I want to say to you guys, we could influence ourselves to perceive problem as challenge. Don't make problem as your burden. We could actually control what we are thinking. And from that positive mindset, we could get benefits that will impact to our life. Back then, I was probably a pessimist, a negative thinker. But now I learned something, and be proactive changed my life. There's a famous quote by Lord Buddha: "We are what we think. All that we are arises with our thoughts. With our thoughts, we make the world." Last but not least, Be the circle of influence and let's dance in the rain and give warmth to others. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Paxia. And this is also her icebreaker speech. So please unmute your microphone and let's congratulate Toastmaster Paxia.
Congratulations, Paxia.
Yeah, so let us all be proactive. And I like her last words actually. She said, let us influence ourselves, not only others, but also our own self, in changing our the way or to control our thinking. And anyway, knock knock. This is my time. I'm the host. Knock knock. You answer
Who's
first.
there?
Yeah, dancing in the rain.
Dancing in the rain, who?
Thank you, Mira. You're the best. Yeah, feels like I'm dancing in the rain. I find myself trying to wash away the pain. Yay! Congratulations to everyone. Because you are, hey, you congratulate me for singing. Thank you. And I can feel that warmth embrace there. Anyway, so let's go on to let's move on. Let's go on to our third icebreaker speech. Our third icebreaker speaker is Toastmaster Fadiyah, and she will be evaluated by Toastmaster Hani. So Toastmaster Hani, oh yeah, there. So please introduce our next speaker.
Okay. Thank you, Tom. Happy morning, everyone. My name is Hani. Tonight, I will be the evaluator for Toastmaster Fadiyah. And tonight, she will deliver her project. First project is Icebreaker, and she have a pathway is presentation mastery. So let's we learn from Toastmaster Fadiyah. She is from science students from university. So this is it. Toastmaster Fadiyah, Nur Ayuning Tias, break the chain. Break the chain, Toastmaster Fadiyah, Nur Ayuning Tias. Over to you, Toastmaster Fadiyah. Good luck.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hani, and happy morning to all fellow Toastmasters. Hello, I'm Fadiyah, but since all my friends, I don't know why they're too lazy calling my name Fadiyah, so you guys just call me Fa. I was born on 17th of August 2002. I was graduated from high school in pandemic era, which is 2021. Now, I just finished first semester as university student. After I graduated from high school, it was a difficult time for me because I got rejected at my dream university 3 times. That was so pathetic. I felt depressed and stressed at the time. The pandemic made it worse because we should do social distancing. And as INTP person, hard for me to not socialize. Hard for me not to do that. I was not comfortable with myself and feel so blue. Then I realized that's something wrong with myself, with my mental health. I grew up with family that not really aware about mental health, even though my condition was not so bad that I had to go to a psychologist. I think that I should search information about it. Fortunately, I have friends that study in psychology major, and I share about how I feel, and also in that time the mental health issue was blow up on social media. She was help me and give me so much information about mental health. From what I get, the passion of psychology is increasing so significant today. I was thinking like, why this is happening? Is the mental of our generation become weak right now? Or they do that just because for trend or FOMO? Because I was never heard people talk about mental issue before. Then I asked it to my friends, and she answered with give me the analogy. She said, imagine like chain. that connect it. It will never break if no one breaks it first. It's unlike mental illness. Many factors affect people having mental illness. For example, from genetic, biological, and bad parenting. Mental illness like chain that if no one break it first, it will continue to pass down from generation to generation. And now, our generation start to break the chain. The awareness of mental health should have been there long ago. Because the trauma, the depressed all things about our mental issue will affect our children in the future. By realizing how important mental health is and having courage to go to a psychologist, which was previously considered taboo with our society, it proves that our generation is strong and brave because they can start to break the chain. If we as society can talk about mental illness in a respectful and real way, we can break the chain. Education about the mental illness can challenge people, misconception and stereotypes. It can also begin to change people misunderstanding. And on personal level, we can put aside our own prejudice and our own false beliefs and simply show empathy to those people that are dealing with mental illness. Now, we should stop the stigma and embrace the reality that mental health is as important as physical health. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Fa. And let's unmute our microphone to congratulate Toastmaster Fa.
Congratulations, Toastmaster Fa. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Toastmaster Fa, for delivering your icebreaker speech. And yes, that chain, that circle of chain that you have, it will continue if no one will break it. And hopefully that through education, it will also help us to understand what mental health and mental illness are. So thank you, Toastmaster Fa. So let's continue with our last but not the least speaker. Our next speaker is Toastmaster Irfan, and he will be evaluated by Toastmaster Dentia. Toastmaster Dentia, can you please introduce his project and our speaker?
Sure. Thank you, Toastmaster Melanie. So before I read his objective, Toastmaster Irfan's objective, let me read his speech title, Throwback to December 10, 2021. Oh, intriguing, isn't it? So I wonder what was there in December 10th. The speech that Toastmaster Irfan going to deliver is about managing projects successfully, and this is his second speech. So he'll be delivering 5 to 7 minute speech about his experience managing a project, and it could also be his experience from the planning phase, building a team and leading the team through the completion of the project. So without further ado, let us welcome Toastmaster Irfan. Throwback to December 10, 2021. Throwback to December 10, 2021. Toastmaster Irfan Salam.
Okay, thank you very much, Toastmaster Dentia. Practice makes perfect, and preparation is the half of winning. These words are always the motivational quotes for people who wants to get something or win the competitions. Like us in SCBD Toastmasters. At the end of this month, we are going to have a club contest. I'm supporting the education teams under Toastmaster Dentia to prepare the training sessions for all the contestants to be equipped with knowledge on crafting and delivering a powerful speech. We decided to have an educational speech on our regular SCBD meeting that held on 10th December 2021. Do you still remember the name of the guest speaker?
Sir Andy Steven.
Yes, correct. Thank you, Toastmaster Willa. Mr. Andy Steven. He is a professional educator, and currently he is working in the Monash University as educational technology and design manager. I would like to explain the process on running the project. First, I divided into 3 parts, which are pre-event, during event, and then post-event. On the pre-event, my team and I had a discussion on who's gonna be the guest speaker. It's really hard, you know. The speaker must be an expert on English public speaking, but however, at the time, we don't have resource to hire people from top public speaking agency. And suddenly, I remember to my lecturer during college, and currently he is working in Monash University. Without thinking twice, I called him, and Alhamdulillah, he's still remembering me, us, his students. And fortunately, he received our request to be a guest speaker. After that, we decided to have a technical meeting to explain the details on the event. And a week after that, we distribute the digital poster of the guest speaker in education speech. Then, during the event, I was the Toastmaster of the meeting. I'm the MC. The meeting attended by 43 persons, included visiting Toastmaster and guests. Mr. Andy shared his materials with two-way communication with the audiences. So I think it was very fun and keep the audience feel be more involved. He used a Padlet.com to accommodate the opinions of the audience. And to me, it was very interesting. Then he started his edu speech from that point. There are a lot of beneficial material on how to prepare winning draft speech and how to deliver the speech. For those of you who don't attend the meeting, don't worry, because we have recorded the sessions on our YouTube channel. Then, before I move to the event, I would like to remind that public speaking is about how to make people listen to us. And please allow me to share short clips of the previous edu speech from Mr. Andy Stephen. Share sound. Okay. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to play it.
Which is listening other people. So there's a what is it? If we talk about speech, we always talk about how to make people listen to us, isn't it? How to make people listen to us. We seldom talk about how we should listen to other people. One small example. I already work from home for 2 years now. So this is my workspace, and my workspace is near the entrance of my home. Every day when my wife entered the home, our home, my wife always tells a story, right? If you already have a wife or you already have a husband, they usually tell stories about what happened in their life, isn't it? So usually when she entered the house and she started to speak, I only focus to my monitor. So I listen while typing something or working on something. Or at least sometimes we grab our phone when we talk to other people. Those are the modern noises that damage us nowadays, isn't it? And when you go to some places, you can see a lot of people nowadays, they never talk to each other. They talk with their phones. That's a hard truth, right? So now I want to persuade everybody in this session. Try to train yourself to listen. So before I joined this session, I try to train myself. Like every time my wife entered the house and she tried to explain something, I stand up from my workspace. I try to listen. I put my phone. I try to listen. I try to interact. Really, really listen. Receive, appreciate, summarize, and ask questions. Try to do that. And it needs you need to also bring your consciousness, compassion, commitment to shut down your phone for a bit and then listen to somebody when they want to talk. So if you want to be a good speaker, try to listen. When you listen, you communicate, and later on you can explain yourself better in front of other people.
So, in other words, To be a good speaker, we must be a good listener. Because we are in Toastmasters, we shape our public speaking skills to listen to the feedback that is delivered to us. Well, now we are at the pre-event. There are few days left for us as a contestant of a SCBD speech contest to prepare it well and start to write the draft and try to practice it with other people. Don't forget, again, in the edu speech, watch again, and then please give likes, subscribe, and tap the notification bells of our YouTube channel, SCBD Toastmaster. Don't forget, practice makes perfect and preparation is half of winning. That's all from me. Thank you very much.
What a good way to actually endorse all the activities that we have here in SCBD Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Irfan, and I would like to congratulate you because you have already moved on with your level 4 project. Yay! It's actually difficult or challenging, everyone. So like what she said, we have YouTube account, that's SCBD Toastmasters Club. Please click that link and like, subscribe to our channel so that you can go back to other edu speeches and meetings that we have in this club. And at the same time, I think I would like to use this time to invite you everyone to our SCBD Got Talent, no kidding. Wait, SCBD Toastmasters Club speech contest. Oh, wait, it's not here. Anyway, I'll show it later. It's not there. So we will be having our speech contest on Saturday, 29th of January 2022 at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So Jakarta time. So I hope that you will be there and witness how great our Toastmasters here in SCBD are. So that's it. So we are already finished with our prepared speech session. So before we proceed to the next session, can I call the timer? Are all the speakers eligible to be voted?
Hi, Tom. Yes, I'm very happy to share with you that all the speakers are eligible to be voted as favorite speakers.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sari.
On the chat box, the time.
Okay. Congratulations to all our speakers. You are eligible to be voted. And Toastmaster Mahar, do we already have the link to cast our votes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will copy the link to the chat box.
Okay, so please exercise your right to vote and choose your most favorite speaker among the 4 speakers that we have earlier. So while waiting for the link, I think we can proceed to our next session, which is table topic session, and it will be led by Toastmaster Dewey. Hello, Toastmaster Dewey.
Hello.
Happy morning. So
happy morning.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. The screen is yours.
Well, before moving on, I think we missed something, Toastmaster Melanie. Group screenshot.
I thought that's after your session, but okay, go ahead. We can have that, Toastmaster Dewey.
Okay. Can somebody help me to take our group screenshot?
Sure, I will do it.
Thank you, Toastmaster Andika.
Yes. So everyone, please open up your video, turn on your video so that we can see your beautiful faces in 2022, because there is no reason why you can hide your face from us. But again, it's up to you. So I'm going to count to 3 to turn on your video. 1, 2, 3. All right. We're going to do 3 poses as usual. First pose. 3, 2, 1. All right. Second pose. 3, 2, 1. Third pose. 3, 2, 1. Back to you, TTM.
Awesome. Thank you, Toastmaster Andika. And here we go. Let me share the list first. So please help me to, please help me to fill in the list if you are interested to share some in our table topic session. Okay. Okay, while waiting, I will just choose one Toastmaster Shauki as our first speaker. Yay! Okay, here it is. Is my screen visible?
Number 7, why first?
Yes, it's visible.
Cool.
Yes, it's visible.
So don't forget to use our word of the day. It's warmth. It's a noun. You can read the definition. And don't forget to use it as many as possible. And yeah, if you know this picture, it's from Finding Dory movie. Its authors, they usually do a cuddling party. Now you can do it by your own, yeah. Okay, Toastmaster Shauki, you can just choose one from this. Have you decided?
Okay, because I love the color of yellow and I really love the sun, I'm gonna choose orchid.
Cool. Let's see. Please tell us something to do when you feel afraid. Okay, are you ready?
If I say no.
1 until 2 minutes. Start now.
If you're really afraid of something, what would you do? It is very difficult for me to say because when I'm afraid, when I'm feeling down, when I'm feeling very stressful, I just cry. Yeah, seriously. If I'm afraid of something, if I'm stressful, if I'm feeling very, very down, I'm just gonna cry. It's as simple as that. Sometimes when your nightmares crawling from the back of your head, it almost feels like that you're in a very, very dark room. You have nowhere to go, and it's just very cold, and you cannot help yourself but cry. And that's okay. Seriously. Doesn't matter if you think that you're the toughest man in the world or the toughest woman in the world. It's okay to release it once in a while. Because again, sometimes the greatest affection that you can give to yourself is actually just express it with a simple use of crying or tears. Because again, you just need to let it go. You just need to open to yourself a little bit and never afraid of showing your true emotions. Because again, one small step can lead to a really huge impact to your life. So please express yourself a little bit more and give yourself a virtual hug. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing, Toastmaster Shauki. Please give us a warm hug for ourselves. Yeah, it's okay for crying and expressing your deepest emotional side. Let's move on to the next speaker. Who's that? Toastmaster Kevin. Sorry. Okay, Toastmaster Kevin, you can choose.
Cherry blossom.
Cherry blossom. So yeah, everyone, if you are new here in Toastmaster, it's table topics session when you can deliver anything based on as a response to the statement in 1 until 2 minutes length. So yeah, Toastmaster Kevin, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Cool. 1 to 2 minutes starts now.
What do you do when you feel stressed? Do you go to the wombs of your family or womb of a lover? What if your family or your lover was the thing that made you stress? I give you a scenario. You wake up, brush your teeth, and then you greet people. And then when you go to work, they scream at you for doing your work slowly. Finish up your work already. We need this done by today. Why you distracted for? Come on. Now, how does that relate to my family or lover? Well, my bosses are my family. Do you know how hard is it to even do your work finish when your family is screaming at you for no reason? Yeah, and do you know what's worse? Even if I scream bad, then they don't care. I'm just a lonely worker in the system. And when we go back home, we don't talk about work or the day. If this keeps up, I'm going to get white hair or lose my hair. On another note, I don't actually need to buy shampoo anymore if that happens. This is hard. But as the years go by and the screaming becomes less and less, you eventually get used to the screaming and don't care about it. Do your work properly, come home as a family, and if you're lucky, you get to scream at them when they do something wrong, like, why do you burn the fish? I told you not to burn your fish. So everything can stress you out, but eventually you get used to it. So I hope you'll get used to it as well. If not, you can actually just scream your problems out. I tried screaming at a dog once. It bit me back. That's all. Back to you.
Thank you for sharing those, Master Kevin. Yay. Please give us our own warm hug. Yeah, sometimes at some level we need that good stress, right? Okay. Let's move on to the next speaker. Oh, it's Master Alvin.
Hello.
Hello. Orchid and cherry blossom already taken.
Okay, I will choose because I work in the bank. I love flower because flower means in the bank interest. Now I will choose.
But it's
sunflower.
all of them. Oh, sunflower, yeah.
Sunflower.
Yeah, we
are
working in the bank. What to do when you feel disappointed? So because the word of the day is warmth, the statement related something that is opposite. So yeah. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
1 until 2 minutes. Start now.
When I hope for something, when I have a hope, I have for something that I really want. For example, when I was early in badminton, I won the #1 racket. And then I didn't get it because my mother just simply can't afford that for me. Then that's how I feel disappointed. That's when something I hope I cannot make it real. I feel disappointed. And then what I have to do when I usually do when I'm disappointed, I will just hugging myself.
Most are hugging myself.
Because of that, I feel warm. I feel love, at least from myself. I love myself.
If nobody love me, it's okay. I have myself.
I love myself more than anything.
I have myself. It's all fine. And it is also my name, Alvin. It means all fine. So not only when I'm disappointed or sad or afraid. Now I'm single. I have no girlfriend or spouse. At least I have myself, and everything is all fine. That's what I do when I am disappointed. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Dwi.
Thank you for sharing, Toastmaster Alvin. Give us warm a hug. Okay. Yes, it's true. I don't know how to say, but it resonates with me really well. So thank you for sharing. It's courage to turn sad things to something that we can laugh at. Okay, we can move on to the next speaker. It's Toastmaster Bianca.
Yeah.
Hello, Toastmaster Bianca.
How are you guys?
Is my screen visible? Hello. I think there's a technical glitch. Hello, Toastmaster Bianca.
Hello.
Are you there?
Yes.
Yes. You can see my screen, right?
Yeah, but
okay.
Okay.
Now you can choose orchid, cherry blossom, and sunflower.
Oh, the one with the pink letter or the blue?
Yeah, orchid, cherry blossom, and sunflower already taken.
All right.
So you can choose
So
one from
Daisy.
Daisy.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wow.
What to do when you feel confused? Don't forget to use our word of the day. It's warm.
Oh, it's a hard one.
You can do it, Toastmaster Bianca.
All right.
1 until 2 minutes starts now.
Okay, so okay. So when I confused, I feel a lot of so what did I do when I feel confused? To be honest, I'm confused right now because I usually can't remember when I feel confused because it's just happened without me really thinking about anything, and that makes me do a lot of mistake when I'm confused. And every time I feel confused, I always, first of all, there's a lot of things that can make us confused. It's like when we are confused about our feelings, or when we are confused about what to do next, or when we are confused about what are we gonna do in our lives. So one thing that I want to say to you guys is, whenever you feel confused, just let the confusement. You need to feel the confusement. Is that the right word? You just need to, you just need to embrace the feelings, and you just, because everybody, it's like no one's in this world that never feel confused before, and that's a very normal feelings. And I actually confused right now. Okay, so yeah, I whenever I feel confused, I just let the moment pass, and yeah, I just continue with everything that I do at the time. Okay, that's it.
Awesome. Thank you, Toastmaster Bianca, for
I
sharing.
totally
Thank you.
confused.
I do really appreciate your bravery to bringing up that confusion to the stage. So yeah, thank you.
I'm confused right now. Okay, guys.
Okay.
Thank you for hearing my confused speech.
Sure. We can move on to the next speech. The next speaker, Toastmaster Galvin.
Hey yo.
Is it okay to give another slot? Give the next slot to our guest.
The next slot
first?
meaning my slot, right? Alright.
You can deliver the speech thereafter.
It's okay. It's okay. If you would like to give it to guest, please.
Yes. Thank you, Toastmaster Galvin. Let's call our guest. Guest Septika, are you available? Halo.
Gue harus mindahin hedging.
Guest Tata, how about Guest Tata? Are you available to speak?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm actually at the doctor's office at the moment. So
Okay. Thank you.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Okay, then Toastmaster Galvin, it's meant for you.
Hello, Dean.
Hello. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay, you can choose those with blue color.
I don't know what it is,
fonts.
but I choose baby breath.
Baby breath, cool. What to do when you feel envious? You want to get something that is someone else's possession. Yeah. It's not yours, but you don't like if someone has it. 1 to 2 minutes starts now.
Have you ever been in a position whereby people around you seems like very, very successful, yet you somehow lagging in terms of your progression? So show of hand. For those who have been in that position, I see Toastmaster Dentia, maybe others. Yeah. I know that feeling because I saw my friends, some of my friends have been very, very successful. Some have been boss in a company. Some others have been owning their own company, and some others have basically are having my dream position in the industry, things like that. And then whenever I feel envious like that, I just think, okay, when is my turn? I'm waiting here right now. I know I can do it. I know I can do maybe at least at an equal level or maybe even better than them at that position. But then again, I rethink my thoughts. Oh, actually, I am so arrogant. I think that I can already do it, even though I'm not at that position. And I actually already feel it, that when now that I'm in a new position, new job, at a higher level, with new challenge, and also much more demanding bosses right now, I actually feel that I am still lagging in terms of my own performance. And then at this point of time, I think, okay, it's not good to feel envious. Why? Because we are given what we deserve. So you don't need to feel envious. You just have to
make sure that you deserve more by upping your skill, upping your effort, and so on. So that's the speech from me, and back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you for sharing, Toastmaster Galvin. Give us a warm hug. Okay, yeah, what's meant for us won't pass by, right? Okay, let's go to the next speaker. It's Toastmaster Raki. Don't forget to use our word of the day. It's warm. Okay. So here it is.
All right, I will choose dandelion.
Dandelion. What to do when you feel sad?
Wow, it's so deep. All right. What to do when you feel sad? Actually, several times ago, when I feel sad, of course, in the middle of the night, so sad plus overthinking is the best combination. Since my age now is on the, what is it to say, is a quarter life crisis. So when I feel sad, maybe I just sit down and then just talk to myself, and then joining that moment, celebration that moment by playing some music from Kunto Aji, like tenangkan hati, ini semua bukan salahmu, and so on. And after that song and I try to smile again, because in my opinion, every emotion should be celebrated with our way. So that's all from me. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you for sharing, Toastmaster Raki. Yeah, of course we have those sad days aside from bad days, right? Toastmaster Melanie, do we still have slots for the next speaker?
Yes, you still have a lot of time.
Okay, cool. Okay, next stop. Who's that? Toastmaster Sylvan, right? Toastmaster Sylvan. Hello, happy morning.
He's not here.
Okay, let's go to the next speaker. Who's that?
Toastmaster Dewey, can we have that speaker, by the way?
Okay. Huh?
Sorry.
What?
Yeah, the next speaker will be the last speaker.
Okay, cool. Hello, Toastmaster Azhar.
Hi,
You can
hello.
choose, yeah, you can choose either tulip, peony, or daffodil.
Give me tulip, please.
Tulip. Okay. What to do when you feel guilty? Don't forget to use our word of the day. It's warmth. Are you ready, Toastmaster Azhar?
Yes, I am.
1 until 2 minutes. Start now.
Thank you very much, Table Topic Master. This is an intriguing question. What do you do when you feel guilty? I have that guilty experience quite a few times. For example, when I couldn't meet someone after I promised him to meet, I feel guilty. When I promised someone to help, but for some reason I didn't help, I feel guilty. And for example, if I'm supposed to be speaking in a Toastmasters club, but for some reason I didn't make it, I felt guilty also. So there are many ways and many times that I felt guilty. What do you do when you feel guilty? First of all, you have to understand that life is bigger than just any one moment. Is the thing that you are guilty of is big enough for you, for your life? And is there any way you can replace, you can make it up? If you can make it up, fine. There's no need to be guilty. When you cannot meet someone on this day at this hour, promise him or make it up to another day. So your guilty will be gone. It is, don't complicate matters. If you are guilty of not loving someone, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, find out why are you guilty? Are you actually guilty? Really? Maybe it's the other person is guilty of making some mistakes. It is not your fault to be guilty. So find out if you are guilty, make it up, find another time, another day, and everything will be good. Thank you very much, Table Topic Master.
Thank you for sharing, Toastmaster Azhar. It was our Toastmaster Azhar is our last speaker in this session, and thank you so much for all participants for sharing. Give us warm a hug for ourselves. Yay! That's a hug party tonight. Okay, I hope you find something insightful and inspiring from this session. Hope to see you again next time. Over to you, our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Melanie.
Thank you, Toastmaster Louis. So can we have the timers report? Are all the table topic speakers eligible to be voted?
All the speakers are eligible except Toastmaster Bianca. I give my report on the chat box.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Let's see. Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Sari, for that report. So let's go to Toastmaster Mahar for the link so that we can cast our votes.
Give me 1 minute. I will copy the link to the chat box. Thank you.
Okay, so after we cast the vote for the table topic speaker, our most favorite table topic speaker, we will proceed to our evaluation session. And the evaluation session will be led by Toastmaster Sandro. So the link is already ready. Okay, please cast your vote and exercise your right to vote. Choose your most favorite table topic speaker. So we'll give you 1 minute, Toastmaster Sari, please time. Thank you. Okay, while the others are already done, so if you're already finished, I believe that our Vice President of Education posted something earlier. So if you would like to give feedback to our speakers or even to our club, you can leave feedback in the link that she shared earlier. So backtrack a little. Oh, there. So share your feedback there in that Padlet form. Thank you. How many more seconds, Toastmaster Sari?
15 more seconds.
Okay. 15 more seconds to decide.
Time is up.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Sari, and thank you everyone for those who voted, who casted their votes. So let's proceed now to the evaluation session to be led by Toastmaster Sanjo. The screen is yours, Toastmaster Sanjo.
Thank you, Toastmaster Melanie, for the opportunity. Hi everyone. We reach one of essential part in Toastmaster meeting. This is evaluation, because we can separate learning with evaluation. Let's listen how the evaluator give constructive feedback and comment for better performance of our speaker. Let's start for the first evaluator, who will evaluate Toastmaster Adalea. May I call upon Toastmaster Agung to deliver your evaluation. Screen is yours, Toastmaster Agung.
All right, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes, thank you. Toastmaster Adalea, thank you so much for your warmth to this club. I can relate with your story because I once delivered a speech about that topic, about the hobby as a topic in my speech. And I believe everyone here in the room would agree with your statement that hobby could elevate, could change your life even better. So that's why I really, really love your chosen topic to introduce yourself using the hobby. I remember I have read an article about hobby is that hobbies can be a perfect topic to talk about in the icebreaker event, in the icebreaker session, because it could be the start of a beautiful friendship. Now, let's move on to the things that I noticed and catch on your speech. First one, you have a very good command in English. That's my first compliment. And the second one, I noticed that you were utilizing your hand gestures truly well because I was so engaged by your speech. It seems like not only your mouth was speaking, but also your hands were speaking as well. That's very good. The third one, once again, I noticed that you elevated your speech using a conversation, as an example in your story. You input that conversation in your story so that I feel like I was part of your story, and I like, oh, I was in front of you and your friends, something like that. And then the fourth one, you were using a powerful call to action, such as what is your hobby? You call you talk to us, you asked us about that. It made me think somewhat that okay, tomorrow is weekend, so what should I do tomorrow? Let's do my hobby, blah blah blah, 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 blah. So it made me think, oh, it's very powerful. Then I would like to share a little bit about something that maybe can help you to elevate, to make your speech even greater, more engaging. Only one point actually. It will be for you to exercise more on your facial expression. Maybe you would exercise in front of the mirror or in front of the camera and you record your video, something like that. And maybe in this kind of setting, in this kind of virtual setting, you when you deliver a speech, you can move your head, your face closer to the camera so that we will catch your facial expression even better. So, congratulations, Toastmaster Adalea, for your icebreaker speech. Thank you so much for spreading the warmth into our club, especially to this meeting. And I'm looking forward to hear your next speech. Back to you, GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Agung. Hope we can learn and benefit from Toastmaster Agung evaluation. So let's move to the second evaluator who will evaluate Toastmaster Paxia. Let's welcome Toastmaster Wira to deliver your evaluation. For you, Toastmaster Wira.
Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you, GE. I'm dancing in the rain. I'm dancing in the rain. I know the lyrics supposed to be singing in the rain, but for the sake of Toastmaster Paxia's speech, I'm willing to change it. Now, I want everybody to unmute themselves and give a round of applause to Toastmaster Paxia.
Yay!
Congratulations on making your first speech. You made the idea of dancing in the rain something that's something warm and enjoyable, while in reality it's cold, and aftermath of doing that you will get flu, fever, etc., etc. Now we go to the evaluation. First, things that you excelled at. I love the way you connect with the crowd. You use the chat as your advantage, and you ask everybody here, what do you do when you're stuck in rain or you see a rainy day? What do you do? And some said they prefer stay at home because they don't like the rain. Some people like to make instant noodles, and some said better pack an umbrella and make some hot cocoa, etc. And you also ask people about the 7 habits of highly effective people. And you ask, do you know about this book? And most of them no, most people know, and some of them, oh yeah, I've read about the book. And excuse me, to some people who don't know what the book is, you give a brief points on what the book says. And I really love your closing. When you did your closing, you ask everybody not only to influence others, but influence themselves as well. So yeah, I agree with that. We should influence others and influence ourselves. Now, things that you may want to work on. I noticed from the opening and the body, the voice tone barely shifted. So from opening to the body, it goes like this. But at the closing, it started to, start noticing the the tonal change. So yeah, you may want to work on your voice tone. Now we go to things that you need to do to challenge yourself. For your future speech, I'm challenging you to make speech, to make something and use numerous tones and emotion. Like for example, you start with something sad and then you use something triumphant, or from something somber to something insane. But all in all, for a first speech, it was very warm and enjoyable. So I can't wait for you to do your next speech. That's all from me. Back to you, GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Wira, for the constructive feedback. And let's next to the third evaluator, who will evaluate Toastmaster Fadiyah. May I call upon Toastmaster Hani to deliver the evaluation. Over to you, Toastmaster Hani.
Okay. Thank you, Madam G. Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Remember, from Toastmaster Fa, speech is stop the stigma and embrace the reality that mental health is important as a physical health. I want to say congratulations for Toastmaster Fa for your first icebreaker tonight that you already nailed. It's a break leg. Congratulations, Toastmaster Fa. Tonight, I gotta feel warmth that from Toastmaster Fa's speech is about mental health. Does anyone interested in this topic, and are you agree that the message from Toastmaster Fa? Please say it yes in the chat box. I wanna see. Please say it yes. So thank you, Toastmaster Fa, for your speech. And thank you, everyone. And I have a point that Toastmaster Fa speech in excellent in 2 areas, since she already delivered a good speech. First is the content. I really love your content message, Toastmaster Fa. You have a 3 points. I mentioned is all BC. Start from opening. You explain about your personal story and you convey the message that you want to tell to the audience is about mental health. It's a good point because we can understand, related your story and what the main message. And the body in the middle of speech, you told some of point of view and about mental health. And by the conclusion, you try to persuade us, the audience, by saying, like you get the hand gesture in this, and it's good point. And the second is about confident. I like your confidence. You look more smiling, and during the speech, I heard your voice clearly. And Beside of that, I have two recommendation for your next speech. This is for the area of improvement for the next. The first is hand gesture. I like your hand gesture when you try to explain, you try to show off the good stuff, break the change. You already show us to how the break change is meaning. But I noticed before you tell the conclusion, your hand gesture doesn't say clearly. I think it's because your position in the camera is hand gesture was very down. So if you might try to positioning camera when you try to explain again, and you move little bit step back. And the second is expression and pace of vocal. I like your at the opening, you try to introduce yourself, and you expression very smiling. And but I noticed when you said the 3 times, I got the rejected times. I think you can try to feel expression and feel disappointed. I got 3 times rejected. I think it's my better you try to give some pause of slow it the sentence so we can try to understand. I think that's all from me. Thank you, Madam GE. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hani. We learned a lot from your evaluation. Now, last but not least, we move for evaluator to evaluate Toastmaster Irfan. Let's welcome Toastmaster Dindia to deliver your evaluation. Toastmaster Irfan.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Sanju. Happy times come and go, but the memories stay forever. And I guess that's what Toastmaster Irfan felt when he successfully held the event on December 10, 2021. And I could agree with Toastmaster Irfan. The event was successful. We had many guests and visitors coming to see our educational speech. And once again, on behalf of the education team, I would like to sincerely appreciate your efforts in helping us building the education session. Now, what I like about Toastmaster Irfan's speech is, first, he opened the meeting with, or the speech with a quote, "Practice makes perfect and preparation is half the battle." And it's not just a quote because it relates to what he's about to say in the next. He made a great interaction with the audience. He threw a question. It's genuine question because then he wait for someone to respond to that question. I remember Toastmaster Wira answered what happened in December 10th. He did a chronological order from why, the reason it was made, what did we do, and how we did it. And he mentioned also the planning during the event and post the event. And I think I would give a shout out to PPPR to hire maybe Toastmaster Irfan as PR committee because he did a good job in promoting our club social media, right? He also said that public speaking is about making people listen to us, and that's what we got from the entire education speech. Now, to answer to this project, Toastmaster Irfan had done a great job. He explained how it's done and the presentation of the event itself. However, there are some things that maybe Toastmaster Irfan would like to consider. The first one is when he showed the clip of the educational session. I felt that it was too long, that it takes away our focus on his speech. So we rather focus on the clip itself. So my humble suggestion is to maybe just give a brief clip, maybe 5 to 15 seconds maximum. So don't put it too much because then it will take away our focus on you. The next one is the whole feeling of Toastmaster Irfan as a person, as a leader leading the project. He didn't mention exactly how he felt, how was the team getting along, how did he handle the whole event, and how was the leadership. So it would be better if he could also include that in the speech. Overall, the speech was excellent report of the December 10th event, and he did a good way in doing a chronological order speech, giving question, and then promoting our club. And he could improve more in showing, not showing the clip too long, and give the whole idea about his feeling. That's all from me. Back to G.
Thank you, Toastmaster Cynthia, for comprehensive your observation for Toastmaster Irfan. Now, how about time for voting the evaluator? How about timer?
Yeah. Hi, Madam GE. So again, I'm so happy tonight that all the speakers are eligible to be voted as favorite evaluations.
Okay, so we have 4 evaluator that are eligible to be voted. Is it right, Toastmaster Sari? Okay, and Toastmaster Mahar
I already copied the link to the chat box.
has already provided the link, and please give your vote based on the link that Toastmaster Mahar typed on the chat box. Okay, has everyone already cast your vote?
30 seconds more to vote. Time is up. Thank you. Back to you, GE.
Thank you for the report, Toastmaster Sari. And now is for General Evaluator team to deliver the report to you. And let's start from the and word of the day counter to deliver the report. Are you ready, Toastmaster Andika?
Yes. Thank you. Let me share my screen. Is it visible?
Yes.
Fellow Toastmaster and guests, if you still remember the analogy of reconnecting sound, that irritating sound, it's like our filler sound. And sometimes we didn't realize that we have those words. So this is my calculation based on my observation. For disclaimer, sometimes I have connection issues. So unfortunately, if you see that there is a discrepancy, so you just let me know. From the prepared speakers, here for Toastmaster Leah, you are good at long pauses and then you use the word of the day. And if you can improve, that will be the filler words, such as like and And then Toastmaster Paxia, you can improve on the unnecessary repeated words. And then Toastmaster Fadiyah, basically, generally, it's still under control. And also Toastmaster Irfan. But for Toastmaster Fadiyah and Toastmaster Irfan, you can use more word of the day. And then for the evaluator group, you can see here as Toastmaster Agung has done a great job, and Toastmaster Wira as well. They can control the filler words and then also the repeated words, long pauses. And for Toastmaster Hani, well done on the long pauses. But then again, the filler words, we need to control on that one. And Toastmaster Tia also in the filler words. And the room for improvement for the evaluator group is using the word of the day. Here, only Toastmaster Agung did it. And for the table topic speakers, we have here Toastmaster Shaki. You've done a great job. Yet you can still use the word of the day. And then Toastmaster Kevin, Good job. Area of improvement is the repeated words. Toastmaster Alvin, Toastmaster Bianca, and Toastmaster Galvin. If you can improve on the unnecessary repeated words, that would be great. And then Toastmaster Raki and Toastmaster Azhar, you've done a great job. And also, in general, the table topic speaker group, they have area of improvement of using the word of the day, except Toastmaster Kevin and Toastmaster Alvin. I'm glad to share this report, and back to you, G.
Thank you for the detailed report, Toastmaster Andika. And now let's do the next report from Grammarian. Are you ready, Toastmaster Bianca, for the report?
So may I? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
So I take notes of some of your grammar mistakes, and yeah, I'm gonna read it, and while telling you I'm telling you the correct one. So first is someone said that's distract from your own message. It should be either that's distracting you from your own message, or just that's distract you from your own message. Let's distract you from your own message, or that's distracting you. That's distract you, or maybe that will distract you from your own message. Yeah, something like this. And then someone said, I know it's a little bit mess. First of all, I'm still learning here, so I don't know. If I happen to make a mistake, you guys just tell me. So I know it's a little bit. I know it's a little bit mess. I think it should be like, I know it's a little bit messy, or I know it's a mess. Or I know it's a little bit messy. And then someone said, I don't taking it personally. It should be, I'm not taking it personally, or I don't take it personally, or it should be, I'm not taking it personally. I think I'm not taking it personally. Next, someone said, actually you like rainy days. Maybe you should add do, so it would be, do you like rainy days? And then someone said, I joined as the management trainee program in blah blah blah. So the thing is, if you're still working at that place, you should use I've joined as the management trainee program if you're still working at that place. But if you're not working at that place anymore, you just use I was joined as the management training program in blah blah blah. So and then my boss gave advice. I think it should be my boss gave me an advice. And then pushing himself to be better person. It's just a minor mistake. It should be pushing himself to be a better person. And then he have a pathway is presentation mastery. It should be her pathway is presentation mastery. And then someone said I got rejected at my favorite university. I don't know if this is right or wrong, but I think it's better if you use by. So I got rejected by my favorite university. And then someone said that's something wrong with myself. I forgot. I forgot what he or she said that the whole sentence. That something wrong. There is something wrong with myself. It should be there is. I don't know if there is something wrong with myself. Okay. Next, I should share information about it. I remember that the person who said it, he or she was talking about he saw her story in the past, so it should. Oh no. She's talking about She's talking about like right now, so I should share information about it. He or she is better not like mix the past tense with the present tense, something like that. And then someone said mental illness like chain. I think what he or she means by that is like mental illness is like chain, like a chain, like a chain. Mental illness is like a chain. And then education about mental illness can change people. I think I think we could change it to like education about mental illness could change people or can change people. Education about mental illness can change. Yeah, that's right. And then someone was telling a story about their past, about his or her past, but he or she isn't using past tense, so he or she just say, I remember, but when you're talking about your past story, you should using past tense. And then yeah, it will be the last. I don't want to take up your time too long. We need this stop by today. I remember that he or she is she wanted to. We need this stop by today. I think it would be better if you make it to we need this to stop by today. We need this to stop by today. Yeah. So I think that's it. I don't want this to take a long time. Take really long time. Back to you, GE.
Thank you.
Okay.
Toastmaster Bianca for your Gamalian report. And so may I share my screen? It's my time to deliver my report as General Evaluator. Hi everyone, as General Evaluator, I'm evaluating the meeting in general and write down points of meeting flow throughout the session. And the first is for Sergeant Advance. Sergeant Advance introduces basic rules of the meeting. Clearly, he tells do and don'ts for participants to. And the second is introduce club president or VPE to open the meeting. And also he full of fun to greet the participants. And the second is president or VPE opening. VPE greet and welcome participants, especially for Toastmaster and guests, and also present club vision and mission of SCBD Toastmaster. and also give the brief explanation about what Toastmaster Club is. So this is beneficial for the guests or the first comer in Toastmaster meeting, and also VPE introduced about the curriculum of advice module in Toastmaster, and also sharing information about SCBD such as venue, and also meeting schedule while offline meeting. And Toastmaster of the meeting, share relatable content or story that relate with the meeting themes like slide, video, and also tell about it relate with National Hugging Day. And also she has smooth transition, introduce speakers and evaluator set well, and energetic lead the meeting. Always ask to clap while the speakers complete deliver the performance. And the next for Toastmaster, for table topic master, will prepare topics and interesting flower pictures. Very encouraging to all tabletop speakers, aware of timing by asking to Tom about the availability of time, and also trigger the speakers to always use the word of the day by always remind the speaker, and also manage the tabletop participants well, such as offer guests to participate, even though the guest, there is no guest that participate. I think my suggestion is after the 2 volunteer speakers, table topic master can offer the guest or to the first timer to participate in the table topic. And for the prepared speech session, we have 4 amazing prepared speech session. They are all presented speech according to Pathways Manual. As we know, the first speaker sharing personal hobby about macrame. My apology if the letters I write is incorrect. Macrame, and the second speaker deliver a speaker about how she control herself to set a positive mindset, and the third speaker deliver a speaker as well, and she explained about the mental illness, and also the first speaker sharing his experience how to organize project educational session. And for evaluation session, we have enthusiastic and encouraging evaluator, deliver constructive feedback with the thorough judgment of driving the speakers, and give solid evaluation, provide justification, so the speakers and we all can learn and benefit from the evaluation. And for and word of the day content, attractive illustration while explain the role, and well done for being attentive throughout the session to catch the word of the day and filler words. Remind the word of the day actively by tapping the Zoom chat box, reporting detail by sharing and presenting the report. And my suggestion is to, I think, better to highlight the name of speakers in your report who say the word of the day to encourage others to say the word of the day as well. So we know who the name that say the word of the day if it highlights by the color. And grammarian, attentive and amazing listening skills, excellent knowledgeable like English teacher, explain clearly about the incorrect sentence and how to correct them. And my suggestion is you need also to capturing the beautiful quotes or phrase from the speakers. And timer, she focused throughout the session, deliver report timely on each session. And I would love the way timer sign the role with icon right hand, so it's not difficult for speaker to pin where is the timer and who are the timer, and also with sign color virtual background. And ballot counter always provide for link without any delay and communicative with participants. Remind the participants for those who haven't voted yet. And my suggestion is to confirm to the timer about the list speakers that are eligible, such as the number eligible speakers, especially for table topics, because table topics is there are many speakers, such as Okay, so we have 5 eligible speakers because one not eligible, just to avoid missing name of the list eligible speakers. And what I love about the meeting is, I personally, for me again, the agenda is central to the meeting, and the agenda is informational, well organized, and easy to read. And all role players play their part professionally. And it's such a remarkable meeting with many participants, as we know that SCBD is always have many participants, and this club is strong club with great potential and full of energical individuals with a young environment. And one suggestion for myself is, in my opinion, Toastmaster of the meeting connected to 1 or 2 guests at the opening, just to greeting or just to, oh, where are you from, to get closer with the guests. And also when President or VPE also tell about SCBD, also tell the SCBD club story briefly, such as when was the club chartered, so the guests especially know how long or how many years the SCBD serve the members to empower member to practice speech and public speaking. And also, as we know, as I know, that SCBD has amazing campaign of social media, so it's better for, I think, for you to provide poster or information about what is the Instagram, what is the Facebook, and also the YouTube when the president of VPE open or introduce the meeting. And also the third is evaluator treat the detailed speech of speaker fully, including the pathways module, objective, title, and also speech length, because the speech length of pathways module vary based on the project. Most are 5 until 7 minutes, but there's also that differ from 5 until 7 minutes to avoid misconception from timers. And also grammarian, in my opinion, grammarian better explain one English material to refresh our knowledge. It don't have to all the material. I think you need just 1 or 2, such as what I don't taking it personally. Why this is incorrect? Because if it's done, it's appropriate with verb, but if it's let's say verb in or I'm not taking, it's appropriate with this verb. This is to refresh our knowledge about grammar. So we don't just have the correct and incorrect, but we just have also the knowledge or basic materials, why it's correct or it's incorrect. I think that's all the report from me, and hopefully we can learn. And this is also my learn as well personally. And I will give control back to Toastmaster Melanie to lead the meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanjo. Sorry, because you really have a very thorough and insightful report, and we will be taking note of those feedbacks. Thank you. And before we end the meeting, let's call our ballot counter so that we will know our most favorite speakers of the night. Toastmaster Mahar, are you ready for your report?
Yes, Toastmaster Melanie, thank you for the time. Okay, I will share my screen first. Okay, this is the moment of truth. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, this is the moment of truth. Although it's not a competition, but everybody loves a little bit of reward and recognition, and perhaps this is the reason that why you join the meetings. So without further ado, let me I will play the drum roll first. Without further ado, the best prepared speaker goes to PM Irfan.
Yay, congratulations, Toastmaster Irfan.
Yay! Thank you very much.
And then for the table topics speakers, we have a tie, and the award goes to TM Alvin and TM Azar.
Yay, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And last but not least, the best evaluator award goes to TM Dentia.
Yay, Toastmaster Dentia. Congrats.
Congratulations to all of the winners, and I'm going to pass it back to you, Toastmaster of the meeting, TM Melanie. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mahar. We are already a bit late. So, thank you to all winners. Thank you. Congratulations to all the winners for our most favorite speakers of the night. I need to share my screen first. So, yes, it's today is the National Hugging Day. Hopefully, not only in US and UK, but also wherever you are in this world. There's this family therapist, Virginia Satir. She once said that we need 4 hugs a day for survival. We need eight hugs a day for maintenance, and we need 12 hugs a day for growth. But since it's pandemic and most of us are actually away from our families or even to our loved ones, like what Toastmaster Alvin and Toastmaster Dewey gave us earlier, we can actually hug ourselves, give ourselves hugs and cuddle ourselves, so that we can feel also the hugs that we need. And I believe that hugs is not only the love language that we have. There's other kinds of love language, and I hope that instead of receiving them, let's try also to give love to others. So let's give the control to our VPE, Toastmaster Dentia.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Melanie and the team, to the role takers, the speakers, the evaluators, and all the guests and visiting members. So I know that we are a bit out of schedule. Yeah, we are 8 minutes late right now, but allow me to just ask 2 people just to get their opinion about our meeting today. If Toastmaster Christy is there, would you like to unmute yourself?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello.
But sorry about my video.
No problem. It's been a long time. How are you?
I'm fine. This is my first time to attend the Toastmaster meeting again.
Again, yes. How do you find our meeting? How is your impression about tonight's meeting?
To be honest, my connection is not good tonight. So I lost the connection in the middle of the meeting. But overall, I really like SCBD Toastmaster Club. As I know, SCBD Toastmaster Club is the best Toastmaster in SCBD.
Exactly, because there's only one.
Because only one Toastmaster. Thank you,
Alright.
Toastmaster Dentia. Over
Thank
to
you. Yeah, looking forward to having you again in the future. The last one is, I know that some of our guests cannot really open their camera or even microphone, but let me check with Septica if you can share your opinion. Just one word maybe about the meeting tonight. Oh, she has a gum
I think she
issue.
cannot.
Yeah,
she
I
cannot
know.
talk.
I'm sorry. How about Toastmaster Azhar? By the way, congratulations for becoming the best table topic for tonight.
Thank you very much, VP Dentia. I think I met a few of you in other clubs, and it's good to be here. One thing I noticed in your meeting, this is, I think, my only second meeting here. Second meeting I joined your club. And I find it that you have a big number of people attending the meeting. A normal meeting would be less than 20. And I think we was close to 40 earlier, if I'm not mistaken. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Something is good that I hope you guys can share with us. How do you get so many people to attend? And
Definitely.
secondly, it was energetic. I love the theme, and everybody was friendly and warm. Now I use it, but it's not counted. Anyway, congratulations to everyone, and thanks for having me.
Sure,
Back
sure.
to
If
you.
you'd like to know more about the way we do publication, maybe we can talk after the session. Please stay
Sure,
because
thank you.
yeah, we have also free session after this meeting. So once again, thank you to all the guests visiting Toastmasters, all the members make your time to be here. Thank you for Toastmaster Sanjung from Essential Toastmasters. You can maybe market your or share your meeting details in the chat box. Thank you. We have Empire Toastmaster from Kidurong as well, and also from Ultimate Toastmaster. Thank you all for being here tonight. I hope you get some insight, new things from this meeting, and hope to see you again in the next meeting. So with this, I announce the meeting is adjourned. Thank you and happy morning. Happy weekend.
Happy
Happy weekend, everyone.
Happy weekend.